welcome to Emerald Cottage. It's been a very long time since I've been here. I think I worked out it's been 4 months. So I thought it was about time I jumped back on and told you what I've been doing. So what have I been up to? Where have I been? Why have I done such a long gap, etc, etc. So first of all, let's address why I left such a long gap. No reason, just didn't get around to vlogging. I always find in the summer I do less craft, and every year I say next summer I'm going to do more craft in the summer, and then summer comes and I don't do it again. I think it's because I'm just, I don't know, I suppose I don't want to work with wool in summer maybe, but when I do work with wool in summer I love it. So I don't quite know why I stop. I don't really stop, I just seem to slow down. I think that's it, I slow down. Maybe it feels more cozy in the winter. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. So there's no reason for the big gap, just lifing. What have I been doing since I last spoke to you? Oh goodness, well, I've been able to Northern Ireland a few times to see my mum. Been to Japan, which was very exciting. We had 2 weeks in Japan, which was brilliant. We went with my son, who's 23 and has taught himself to speak Japanese. So my son is autistic, doesn't work or study, lives with us still, and has taught himself to speak Japanese. I know, amazing. And he is amazing at it. He's really good at it. He was able to translate the whole way around for us. He was able to chat to all the people that we interacted with in Japanese and make jokes. So they'd be like, you know, going blah, 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 ha, 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 and laughing. And oh, it's just wonderful to see. It was so nice, just lovely. So that was really successful. We had 5 days in Tokyo, then 6 days in Kyoto. We got the bullet train between Tokyo and Kyoto, which was fun. We saw lots of temples and shrines. We did some boat trips. We, in fact, one boat trip we did was really good fun. At the end of it, it was like a sort of wooden big dinghy type thing. At the end of it, the beer boat pulled up alongside and sold us beer from a boat, which was just amazing. Loved that. And we did lots of shopping. My son really likes anime, and he's got us into some anime as well. So we've got these two little characters here, Fern and Freerun from the Freerun series. Look, so cute. Oh, I love them, so cute. That's from Freerun, and I got a Freerun bag, which is just here, and Freerun postcards and Freerun badges, lots of Freerun things. Connor, my son, bought lots of books. He bought probably about 50 books, Japanese books. I bought some yarn, which I'll show you later, and some books, which you might think, why are you buying Japanese crochet books? Because you can't read Japanese. Well, they've all got charts in, so hopefully I can read the charts, and if not, they're just nice to have on my shelf because they're beautiful books, absolutely beautiful. So I'll show you those later as well when we get to a sort of acquisitions section. What else have I got to tell you? My youngest daughter, has just finished her A-levels, so that was all quite stressful, waiting on results in a couple of weeks. And my middle one is working full-time in Reading and has just got a new job, so that's very exciting. So he's starting his new job next week. So that's the 3 kids. Husband is fine. Oh, that's the other thing I need to tell you. Dog is not fine, very sadly. The dog, Pixie, who is asleep beside me down there, who you never see because normally I don't let her in the room because she's too barky. This is a little picture of her here. Look, she's so cute. I can't show you the real thing because trying to take the camera off this tripod is just real fiddle. Put it this way, she's asleep down there. If somebody comes to the door, you'll hear her bark. Anyway, when we were in Japan, my 2 kids that we left behind, not kids anyway, they're grown-up kids, they contacted us and said, oh, Pixie, that's the dog, Pixie's got a big red mark on her belly, what do we do? So I said, well, I don't really know what to do, but I think you should phone the vet and ask them for advice. So phoned the vet, and to cut a long story short, she had lots of tests done and she's got lymphoma. So yes, unfortunately it is terminal, they can't cure it. Without treatment, they gave her like 2 months to live, which is just heartbreaking. With chemo, she's got about a year or 2, so a bit longer. So we decided we would go with chemo. So we're having chemotherapy every week for her at the moment. And she seems to be coping with it really well. So she's not showing any signs of nausea. She's not showing any signs of discomfort. She's eating really well. She's still exuberant, and well, she's not exuberant. That was one of the other symptoms, was she was very lethargic, but we thought it was just the heat because it's been such a heat wave here, so we just assumed it was the heat was making her lethargic, and of course it wasn't the heat, it was the lymphoma. So she's still, you know, trots about the place quite happy. She's barking at people as they come in the door. She's barking at squirrels in the garden. So she's not quite herself, but she's doing pretty well. So we are 3 weeks into chemo, and I think we've got something like 26 weeks, so it's a long slog, but hopefully it'll buy us a little bit more time with her. And obviously at any point, if she starts to become uncomfortable from the chemo, we'll have to revisit that. But for now, it's chemo every Friday in Guildford, which is a blooming pain to get to from here. But anyway, you do what you can because you love them, don't you? So that's the dog update as well. So craft-wise, what I've been doing, well, I've finished a couple of things. I've finished my Sophie scarf. It's a bit crumpled because it's been shoved in a box because it's summertime. Oh, just find an end I haven't sewn in. In fact, 2 ends I haven't sewn in. So this is my Sophie scarf, which I absolutely love. It's just so gorgeous. Actually, it's a Sophie shawl, but I just love it. I think it's just a gorgeous colour, this kind of taupey colour. And it's my first completed knitted project in, well, probably forever actually, but certainly since I was about 8 years old and knitted squares for my doll's blankets. But it's my first proper knitted project, so I'm really pleased with it, and I love it. It's really cozy, really soft. It's made in some yarn that I can't remember the name of, held double with some other yarn I can't remember the name of. One of them was a 4-ply fingering weight sock yarn, and the other one was a mohair, which makes it really soft. It's not without mistakes, so you can see like there's something funny going on. Wait, I'm going to show you. Something funny going on there. Just there and just there, and a few other bits and pieces, but generally I love it. And once it's on, oh, in fact, there's almost a hole there. What's that all about? Anyway, it's mine and I love it, and I made it, I finished it, and I just love it, love it, love it. So that's my Sophie scarf. So this is my Wild Shore blanket, which is a beauty. There we go. Do you love it? Because I do. Let's get a good thumbnail. Right, so what are the stats? Stats are, took about 15 balls of Stylecraft Special DK. It's an Attic 24 pattern. It was her crochet along in, I want to say January this year, so it's taken me quite a while to finish it. But I made the most ridiculous mistake. So funny. So I was doing the border, and I suddenly got to this corner, and I was like, what's happened here? So basically, this pink stripe that you can see, this raspberry stripe here, I've crocheted along, got to this point, thought, I know, I'll just stop and turn around, and went back the other way, and then kept going with all the other rows at the same length. And then when it's border, I got round to here, and I just thought, what the hell? So I've just, for some reason, stopped short and not finished the row, and continued to do that to the end of the project. So as I was saying, I only found out when I was doing the border. Sorry, I'm just going to get a sip of my tea. I only found out when I was doing the border, and I just thought, I'm not ripping it back to fix it. It'll just have to do. It's going to be a feature. So I've got a cornerless blanket now. That's a better thumbnail. Just cornerless blanket, or if you want to look at another way, I've got 5 corners now. I've got an extra corner, so, or 6 if you count that one. But yes, so that's my Wild Shore blanket, but it is just lovely, isn't it? And I can't wait for winter time. I can snuggle under it in front of the TV. The colours are just glorious. I won't go through them all because you can go and find them on Lucy's blog on Attic 24, but just beautiful, isn't it? I just love it. All her blankets are so gorgeous. She's so clever with colour. Beautiful. So that was my really big project that I finished. And I finished that quite a few months ago, and it's been far too hot to do anything with it, because I don't know about what it's like where you live, but where we live, it's been like in the mid-30s, which is very hot for here. So yeah, very hot. In fact, the worst of it was when we were in Japan, and it was cooler in Japan than it was here. What else have I been doing? I've been doing some cross stitch. Let me just grab the cross stitches. I don't think I've shown you these, but I might have. But if I have shown you them before, sorry, but I'll show them again anyway. So I've done this one, which is a little kite flying scene, which is really cute. These are all kits that I got in magazines. I've got a stash of them, and I decided I was going to start working through the kits and just get some done. And I don't appear to be making a dent in the pile at all, but all I'm doing is creating artwork for my walls. So I've done that one. Then I'm on this one, which is this little Home Sweet Home one, which I thought was really cute. That was again another magazine one. This one, they only just gave me enough fabric, so you can see the back of it. I had to cut the fabric, like trim it to the circle, whereas this one, it's pulled in, can you see? So that was a bit annoying. It was very hard to get in the frame because there wasn't enough to pull it through properly. That's that one. I finished this autumn one, which is beautiful, isn't it? I love this one. So I think I might choose to be a bit more seasonal with my cross stitch decor and just put this up for autumn. So I might put this one away for now. I put it with the autumn things. Then I made this Christmas one, which is not cross stitch, it's embroidery, and this is from a kit that my son bought me for Christmas. It's a sausage dog, obviously, because Pixie's a sausage dog. And it's embroidery, not cross stitch. And I think it turned out really well. I'm not very good at embroidery, but you can see, I think it's lovely. I'm really pleased with it. So there we are. And then I made this one just last week, which is this little hip hip hooray one. Oh, so cute, isn't it? I love it. Just think it's really sweet. And I did make another one, but I don't know where it's gone. It's under a pile of stuff. This pile of stuff here is my kind of pile of one of my needs sorting out piles. So we'll sort that out at some point. Not today though. And then I'm working on this cross stitch, which is this kit here. Well, it's not a kit actually. So my friend Julie, hi Julie, gave me this package that she won in a competition, and it came, so it was basically a piece of bright red Ada fabric, or like a lovely raspberry colour, and it came with this chart, which is great, although you couldn't really do this chart on the raspberry because you would lose all the flowers in it. So very strange chart to give with the red fabric. But anyway, I just dug out some white fabric of my own and I started stitching it here, so it's coming along quite nicely. You can see there, it's in the hoop, so it's a bit hard to see, but it's got the little butterflies, it's got a couple of roses done. So yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. That's my current cross stitch project. Yeah, so those are my main finishes really. I've also got, just bear with, my other Sophie shawl, oops, which is this one here. Now this one I worked on ages ago. It's still in the needles, look. It's made using Cotswolds lavender yarn, although it's not lavender colour and it doesn't smell of lavender. The brand is Cotswolds lavender. Let's fix my hair. And I bought it in Cotswolds, funny enough. And I ran out of yarn. So I've run out of yarn here. So if I take it off, show you the two sides together. I've basically run out with about, come on, that much to go. Can you see? Just that much. So I did think, what could I do? I thought I could, I've had suggestions from friends as well. So obviously I could finish it in different yarn, but I thought that would look weird and I don't really want to make a feature of that particularly. It's one thing making a feature out of a blanket that's going to get thrown over a sofa, but making a feature of a scarf that I'm going to wear, I don't know about that. So I discounted that idea. I thought about just finishing it off here, but I thought that would look weird even if it is just tied around my neck. So that discounted that idea. Discarded, whatever. And then I thought, or somebody suggested to me that I rip it back a bit and then work the decreases more sharply to increase to a point more sharply. That was probably the best suggestion, but I just can't bring myself to rip it back. I just can't. So currently debating what to do. So my current choices are either to do the ripping back thing, which I don't know, it's, yeah, it just feels wrong to rip it back, but maybe it would be the best thing. Or I'm going to the Southern Wool show in a couple of weeks. I could take it with me and try and find some yarn that's, you know, similar and finish it off in that and see if that would help. But that involves spending more money, which I'm not averse to, but I am trying to whittle down my stash, not add to it. So yeah, not sure what to do with that. But it's lovely yarn. It's Cotswolds Lavender. I should say I got in touch with the shop where I bought it, the Yarn Basket in Borton-on-the-Water, and they said that they don't make the yarn. So it was actually the shop that dyed the yarn. They aren't doing it anymore, so they couldn't do me any more yarn, which was a bit of a shame. So completing it with more yarn is not an option, is what I'm trying to say. Get your teeth in, Jill. So yes, so I don't know what we'll do with that. I'm not sure. It's been sitting in my to-do pile for months now. So anyway, that's that. I then have my I think it's called, is it called Around the Corner or something shawl, which is this one. And if you remember last time you saw this, it was up to about here, I think. About there. It just gone into the pinks. And now it's gone into this kind of more pinky pomegranate colour. I just love it. I'm not loving the process because I've decided I don't actually like doing mosaic crochet, which is a bit of a shame, but I haven't picked it up for a month. I think that was it. That's why I stopped crocheting. Oh, sorry, with the sun on my face, look at that. Oh, just ignore that for now. That's why I stopped crocheting, because I fell out of love with this project and didn't pick up anything else. I was determined to finish it before I started anything else, so I didn't start anything else. I didn't finish it either, so I must pick it back up again and crack on with it and get it done. But quite a lot of yarn left. Got all this to go, which is quite a considerable amount. I'm not loving it, but I will finish it. I will finish it. I will finish it. Anyway, there we go. That's my, I can't remember the name of it, shawl, just around the corner or something like that. My main project I've been working on is this jumper. So this is, I'm not being very coherent this episode because I've completely lost the plot and what I'm supposed to be doing, but hopefully you'll get something out of it anyway. I've been working on this jumper, which I will just hold up for you. So it's a very simple alpine stitch jumper designed by my friend Gaynor of the Barkham Hookers. And Gaynor, in the workshop, we made actually a miniature jumper, which is on my son's teddy bear upstairs. Yes, he is 21 and has a teddy bear. We learned how to make the basic pattern, and then in your own time you could scale it up to a jumper that was your own size. So it was quite a good pattern because it was basically things like chain, I can't remember, 95 or as many as it takes to go around your head, and then it was it gave you the pattern of this alpine stitch, which is a treble, then a front post treble, then a treble, then a front post treble. So you can see it gives this kind of like lovely texture, it's kind of diamondy texture. Needs a bit of a blocking. And then the sleeves are done in back loop only. So you can see there the back loop only. And I've finished the length of it, so it's long enough, it just needs some ribbing out to the bottom. I've finished one sleeve, I think. Is it this one? I've nearly finished it. I've got one more row to do. And then the sleeve's finished on that side. Oh, the sleeve's finished on this side. That was it. Yeah, the sleeve's finished on this side. So it does fit me actually, which is amazing. I'm so chuffed with it. I'm just loving it. I'm using Sheepy's Whirl in colour. Has it got a colour name or has it got a colour number? Mango, colour mango. So it's, sorry, it's in a rustly packet, which I don't want to open because I'm not sure I'm going to actually use this fifth ball of yarn. I bought 5 balls of yarn. Sheepy's Whirl. Bought 5 balls of these, they're 100 grams each. Sorry. And I'm going to use 4. I've got one left for, I don't know, to make some mittens or something with it. Or, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I've got that left. So that's my Gaynor jumper, which I can't give you the pattern for because it's her pattern. but suffice it to say that it's very simple and it's actually been really enjoyable to work on. So we're working on it in the round, so you just, that's the one thing I notice is that I can't go, I'll just finish this row and then I'll stop, because you never finish the row because you're working in the round. So that's interesting. But yeah, it's good fun. I've enjoyed doing that. So that's my dinner jumper. Then my other whip that I've been working on recently is my Inner Whirl scarf that I'm making for my mum. So I will have showed you this last time. Here it is here. Maybe that will be the thumbnail. I'm making lots of thumbnails today. That's good. Yeah, so this is my Inner Whirl scarf for my mum. It's made with, I can just find the label. Where is it? I'm sure it's here somewhere. Here it is. Made with dystopic fibre. This is his label. I've just bought some dystopic fibre. Oops. Just bought this from a yarn shop. It was in the bargain bin, £12. And it's dystopic fibre as well, but he's obviously changed his logo. And I think this is probably the old one. And this is the new one because, so it's made by dystopic fibre. And I bought it at a show somewhere. I bought one skein of it. What am I trying to say? Bought one skein of it, made the scarf, ran out of yarn, tried to buy more yarn from the seller, dystopic fibre, and got no reply, and waited for months for it. Anyway, eventually it transpired that he'd been poorly. He'd not been well for quite a number of months. So eventually he came back on Instagram and said he was feeling better. So I messaged him and said, could he please send me my yarn when he had time? And the yarn arrived, but in the meantime I'd already bought it from another vendor. So I've actually now got an extra skein of this to do something with. So anyway, this is the scarf for my mum. Not sure how long to make it. So currently it's sitting at a length of, it just goes round me once. Which possibly is how she'll wear it, but I want it long enough to go round like that and come down again. So I've still got a way to go. The pattern is called Inner Whirl. I can't remember who it's by, but it's a free one, I believe. And it's very, very straightforward pattern. Very easy to remember, and very easy to do. So I recommend that for using a whirl. So the next section is acquisitions, and I won't show you all my acquisitions because that would take forever, but I will show you what I bought at the weekend. So at the weekend, husband and I were in Nottingham overnight for a film that we went to see, a film premiere thing. Sounds very, very exciting and grand, and it really wasn't at all. I'll tell you what it was quickly. It was a film premiere by a guy called Jason Bradbury, who used to present the Gadget Show here in the UK. So he's, mildly famous. And anyway, he had put together a Kickstarter project where he wanted to make this film. And my husband had backed the Kickstarter project. I don't know how much money he backed, for just, a few £100 or something, because he wanted to see Jason's film and wanted to see it completed. So they got the funding for it. They completed it. And day before yesterday, was the premiere in Nottingham. So we went up to Nottingham for the night to see that film, which was really good, actually. It was very impressive. Done really on a budget. Their budget was 70,000. That's all they did. Everyone who worked on it for free. That nobody was paid. They had proper actors. They had sound engineers. They had proper gear. It was really good, and it was a really good film. It was a story about how AI takes over the world, and then this bunch of retro gamers from back in the 80s get together to defeat AI. It was really good, but you had a bit of artistic license, but it was very good. Anyway, so that's how I went to Nottingham. And while we were in Nottingham, I happened to notice on my Facebook that the Secret Yarn Warehouse was having a sale on Saturday and Sunday in Leicester. And Leicester is on our way home from Nottingham, so obviously it was meant to be. So I found out about this yarn event through Amora. If you watch Amora, Amora Loves Yarn, is that who she is on Instagram? Amora Loves Yarn. And she's been to this secret yarn event in the past, and I've always been like, oh, I wonder where that is. Anyway, one of her recent videos, she mentioned that it's on Facebook as, I think they're called M&A Stationers. So I looked up M&A Stationers, found them, found where it was advertising this this weekend's event, and gave me the location of the secret warehouse. So I was able to go and buy a little yarn, which was awesome. So let me get it for you. Yes, there's lots. So basically, because it's a warehouse, buy in bulk, don't buy single skeins. So I bought this Yarn Art Flowers in this lovely blue. It's getting really hard to see now because of that light. Lovely blue gradient. And I bought some in the pink gradient as well. And I actually thought that these would make really nice jumpers, similar to this one. So this one that I made, the original one that Gaynor made, she made in a colour changing whirl. So it started off as dark blue and went through to light blue, or vice versa. So the pattern was actually designed for a gradient cake. So I thought I'd get a couple of these to make some of those in, because I've really enjoyed making that jumper. It's been really good. So that's the Yarn Art Flowers. Then I bought this stuff called Fruit Salad. Look at the colours in this. Look at those. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it so much. So this is Knitco Fruit Salad. It's premium acrylic. Colour number is 8, which doesn't have a name, just a number. I thought that Fruit Salad was colour, which just, look at that. Doesn't look like Fruit Salad. Just like Fruit Salad sweets. Love that. I then bought this stuff here, which is this, I think it's Elegant, it's called. Also by Knitco. And it's lovely, sort of like peacock colours almost, apart from the purple, but just glorious, isn't it? I thought that would make a really nice cardigan. I thought the Fruit Salad would make a really nice cardigan as well. So that was that. Right, let me just get the other ones. Pile's getting big out of hand now. So I bought this one, which is Simply Cotton Prints. Also Knitco. I wonder if they're a Knitco warehouse. Anyway, don't know. Beautiful cotton in this lovely kind of variegated pink. I think that'll make a really nice jumper. I've got a couple of jumper patterns that I want to make, which I'll show you in a minute. Then I bought this Simply Cotton. More Simply Cotton in this lovely turquoise. Just look at the top ball, so look at the bottom ones, because that bright light is just ridiculous now. And then I bought 2 of these glittery, I don't know if you can see the glitter in that. Can you see the glitter in it? Is it showing up camera? Not sure if it is or not, but it's got nice glittery thread running through it in this green, and also in this lovely sort of buttery colour. So yeah, that was my stash acquisition yesterday from the Secret Yarn Warehouse. Then I also went to Aldi, because Aldi, can you hear me? Aldi have a yarn event on at the moment. So I went to Aldi and bought some yarn in there as well. Bought 6 of these rainbow yarn in this lovely blue. And I bought 6 of this rainbow glitter yarn. Can you see the glitter? I think you can see it there, can't you? In this kind of pastel pink colours. So yeah, I've got 6 of each of those. I thought they'd make some nice Sophie scarves actually. So each ball is 100 grams and it is acrylic, I think. Oh, 77% acrylic, 30% wool, 20% wool, 3% metallized fibre. Ooh. So that's my stash acquisition, the main part of it. So obviously I have bought more over the last 3 months. I've definitely fallen off the yarn bandwagon. So you'll have seen my last video was titled something, I fell off my yarn ban. Yeah, yarn ban's no more. But you know, I did it for about 4 months, so I was quite pleased with that. And maybe next year I'll have another go and see if I can do better. Or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. But yes, got all this lovely yarn now to knit some jumpers with. One of the jumper patterns I want to do is this one here. which is out of a magazine that my mum sent me. So it's just a one size fits all sort of slip over type thing. It's crochet, so I thought that would be quite good to do. I'm looking forward to doing that one. And then also I bought this pattern last week, which is this lovely filet crochet pattern. I thought that would be nice as well. So I'm going to do these in the glittery yarns first of all, and then maybe do them in the cotton as well. We'll see. Japan yarn's going to have to wait for another day because I can't find it. Sorry about that. So I think that's going to be it for me for today. This light's really annoying me, so clearly I can't do it this early in the morning at this time of year, which is very annoying. I feel like I want to put this up to block it, but of course that's not going to help. I've got to put it up there to block it. Let's hold that there for now. So yeah, so that is everything I wanted to chat to you about today. I know that last time I said, oh, I'll be here every 2 weeks. I really hope to be here at least every 2 weeks, if not more. Try and get a bit of consistency going with this channel, because I think that will help it grow. I love doing it. And hopefully those of you who subscribe and who watch me enjoy watching them and will come back for more. If you have subscribed, massive thank you. It really gives me a little boost. I love it. Thank you for all the lovely comments. I really love reading your comments as well. They really just make me happy. And thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.